For many museums, history can sometimes bury the individual stories of the people involved.
But at the Grout Museum's Vietnam War exhibit, just the opposite is true. Christina Alexander gives us an exclusive tour.
The 365 and counting Iowans in the Vietnam War exhibition at the Sullivan Brothers Museum in Waterloo is in full swing. The exhibition, which opened in July this year, has been seeing many more visitors during Veterans Week. Chris Shackleworth, research and programming assistant at the Grout Museum, says the exhibition focuses on the human aspect.
We're not a war museum, we're a veterans museum, so we focus on the stories of individuals who have served.
And one of those stories is Norbert Podasky.
We tried to pay homage a lot to the 866 Iowans who were killed during the war. His wife brought in a lot of personal letters that he had written her during his time in the Air Force serving in Vietnam.
Podasky was in Vietnam for 365 days and kept a very close correspondence with his wife.
It was quite sad reading his last letter to her. It was 3 days prior to his opportunity to return to the United States, and he's talking about all these other planes that during the monsoon season kept crashing into mountains. Unfortunately, that was his demise within the next day of writing this letter. And so she receives this letter expecting him to return any day. And unfortunately, it's a military chaplain who has to bring that news.
However, they didn't want the exhibit to focus just on the soldiers who have found their way home.
We recently featured the 25 Iowans whose remains were unrecovered. They were missing in action. They are presumed killed at this point, but without a body returned, those families never had a true closure.
And the museum has an interesting way of helping people find information on their loved ones who were in the Vietnam War.
So you can go by city, county, service, or the date of death. You can select one at random. Maybe you may recognize the individual. It gives their basic biographical information, date of birth, date of death.
The exhibit has been open since July and will be open until next July, coinciding with the 365 days the American veterans have spent in Vietnam 40 years ago. Reporting for Cedar Valley Today, this is Christina Alexander.